Gene Cook is 34 years old, and he's been trying to make it in the music business for his entire adult life.
This is my band, Body Electric. This was a band that I tried to get signed in New York for about 2.5 years, and they didn't know what to do with us then. That's always been the thing that people said to me in this industry. We like you, but we don't know what to do with you. That hairdo went over like a fart in a diving helmet down south. People thought I was a freak. I miss all these guys. They all got mad at me when I got signed to a record deal because they didn't get signed. And I actually got signed doing none of these songs. I got signed by myself.
Gene had a record deal in New York, but was dropped by the label before he had a chance to record anything. At about that same time, his wife left him, and he went home to Georgia pretty depressed and ready to give up on the music industry. But then someone convinced him to enter a talent contest.
Thing was I was always singing all types of music, you know, and people thought that I had been changing. But while I was with my band, Body Electric, I was stockpiling R&B songs, man. I was writing them on the side. I'm in love.
Now let's find out which one of our three contestants is going to be $25,000 richer.
I never get nervous when I sing or play anywhere, but when you have to stand up there and they're calling numbers out and it's like a beauty contest, I don't like it. They kind of put you on the spot, and you'll see these shots of me. They'll pan. I look like a deer in the headlights here. Here you go.
Our second contestant was Gene Cook. Our judges gave Gene a score of 95 points. Our third contestant was Michael Mulder. Our judges gave Michael a score of 93 points. And the winner, with 95 points from Athens, Georgia, Gene Cook. Let's see what the judges thought about your performance. Pam Lewis, how about this young man?
Well, he looks like Opie, but he don't sing like Opie.
Pam Lewis is a big-time manager in Nashville. She represented Garth Brooks as he rose to fame, and after the contest, she took Gene on as a client.
So I went over to him, and I didn't have any business cards with me, and I had this like ripped piece of paper, and I'm like, you know, here, my name is Pam Lewis, and I'm a manager, and I'd really like to talk to you. And he was like, okay.
It's so gratifying to succeed in this business, because this is a business that's set up on failure.
Pam invited us to one of Nashville's famous recording studios to meet another one of her clients.
And here's Tiffany. She's earlier than we thought. Have you met Evan?
We met there.
You guys
Hi.
met.
Hi. How you doing?
Nice to see you
again. Nice to see you.
And Ruth is over there shooting you from that angle, you know?
Tiffany was a very big pop star back in the early 80s when she was a teenager.
I think we're alone now. Beating of our hearts is the only sound.
In the United States, I haven't released a new album in about 8 years, and that's just because I wasn't happy with the music that I was doing. And there's a lot of people that don't know that I started off in country, and I knew that there was a lot of people who were going to think, you know, she's just coming in to take advantage of the country scene because it's really big right now. And that wasn't the case. I had been wanting to do this for quite some time.
Okay, if you feel ready to go out to work the microphone, it's up to you.
This can be scary, Pier.
Okay, well, it's always scary.
Tiffany doesn't have a record deal right now. She's spent her time in Nashville so far just working on her style. Right now she's finishing up a couple of songs for a demo album.
They say the world is big enough for everyone to find true love.
Close. Close.
Okay. That's what I wish you could be. Someone in love with me.
Okay, when you hit the loves, can you back off just a little? We're getting too much of you there.
Someone in love with me.
That one had great tenderness. Let's listen to that one in a moment.
There's something in there that's bothering you. Now is the time. You sit dead in the middle, okay?
It's okay.
You
Like
all
this,
right?
yeah.
They say the world is big enough.
And when I do come out, I want to be strong and have a band together or just a strong set and have some songs that I've either written or co-written or material that I know this is what I'm about.
Someone in love.
Likey? Likey? Okay.
Well, good evening, folks, and welcome to the Bluebird Cafe, and we're going to pick a little bit, swap some tunes. Glad y'all are here.
Malcolm sort of appeared out of the blue, and his was a name that kept coming up. This Malcolm guy is fantastic. We need to do something about Malcolm Holcomb. So he was more of a staff discovery.
Before my eyes, one moment to moment, pages rocking, justice in the cradle. Still life torn slow from sinking, pages rocking, justice in the cradle.
Neil Fagan is the sound man at the Bluebird Cafe. He's also a big fan of Malcolm's and was responsible for bringing him to the club.
I wrote about him for a magazine. You don't know whether it's the hounds of hell or the hounds of heaven that are chasing him, but you know he's running, you know, and he's running hard. And he's taking you with him when he gets up on stage.
Touch my shirt, raise my eye. It's in faded blue, out of pink, black, and white, ain't enough to cover. Pages rocking, justice in the cradle. Pages rocking, justice in the cradle.
Malcolm's actually one of the lucky ones. He's got a big deal with a major label, Geffen Records, and his CD is going to be coming out soon. But when I started spending some time with him, I soon learned that he's a complicated person with a lot of internal struggles, and one of his battles is with alcohol.
If you won't buy me a beer, I'll find someone who will. If you don't leave me, I'll find someone. Uh-oh, shit. Don't tell me. Son of a bitch.
Happened? The keys. I think I got them actually.
Yeah, that's right. Now, if I were a beer, what would I be? There's beer at the store. Hey, Evan, will you let me $5 till tomorrow? I need some cigarettes.
We got plenty of cigarettes. We can think of something else to do other than get drunk, Malcolm.
I would like a beer. Does that bother you?
No, it doesn't bother me.
You wanna bring a six-pack? When Jordan comes over, I'll make a pot of coffee.
I can't buy you beer.
Okay. Can you loan me $5?
The cigarettes?
Can you loan me $5? I want to have a couple of beers, okay?
Maybe. Does he have any money?
You know what?
Right.
I want to ask you to cut the camera off now, please.
Malcolm's CD is just weeks away from a national release.
This is a work day. It's all work.
Meanwhile, the fate of Johnny and the rest of the Bluebird auditioners hangs in the balance.
And here's your boys, the Wild Turkey boys.